All right, folks, what is going on? This is episode 51 of the VF Cast. I know it's been long overdue since I've done one of these, but I felt like this was a good time to do one. It's been 3 weeks. Between that times, I've been, doing a lot when it comes to the Kaiko HDMI adapters. I still have those on deck. So if you want to watch any of those, you can go check out the stuff on the channel. I have a couple more left I need to do before it's all said and done. I'm gonna give my thoughts and opinions on the entire set that was sent to me. Shout out to Kaiko for sending me those tester kits. I really appreciate it. But today we're gonna do a few things today when it comes to the title GTA 6 will co-star female protagonist. We're gonna talk about that, give you my thoughts and opinions. They also said that they're gonna tone down some stuff, so that's gonna be pretty interesting in that as well. I'm gonna give my thoughts and opinions on that, and I got some pickups that I've done, picked up within the last couple of days that I think I'm just gonna add it to the show. Sometimes I do a separate episode or just a separate video on my pickups. This would make it pickup number 30, but I didn't pick up that much stuff. Whatever case may be, I did show off the capture card I picked up in a quick pickup video, but I got a few games here and something that's pretty interesting that I want to show you guys all, and we'll get into that shortly. If this is your first time here, welcome. I really appreciate you guys. Thanks for all the support that you've been doing, not only on this channel, and if you've been knowing me from the First and Frame Rates channel, welcome to the VF Cast. Like I said, over here I talk about gaming and everything under that umbrella. The voice of the gamer, that's basically what it is, voice of a gamer. And I'm gonna give you my thoughts and opinions. Now, what I want to do is going to give you the inside of my pickups that I got, because I got a few pickups right here. Then I'm gonna get into GTA 6. So I'm gonna give you some timestamps if you want to pass by the pickups or whatever the case may be, so you can go straight into what my feelings about GTA 6, the early news that we got. So that'll be there for your convenience as well. So first and foremost, we're going to start with a Rockstar game that I picked up. I got the first iteration of this game on the GameCube, and I saw it on PS2, so I decided to get it because the first one, on GameCube looks pretty good. It plays pretty well. It's kind of bare bones, but I like it. But I haven't played the second one yet, so this is Smuggler's Run 2 for the PS2. I know a little bit about this game. Pretty much you race across and you have to do missions or whatever the case may be. This is pretty cool. I've been wanting most of the Rockstar games that are out there that not too many people talk about, like the Warriors, and I think Ani is another one. There are some pretty cool games. Tabletop tennis is another one. I've been trying to collect all of them, so I finally got. Well, I dropped this, but I finally got Smuggler's Run, so that's pretty cool. The next game that I got is something I've really been getting into. Some of these RPG style games that are, kind of medieval, gothic, back, I ain't say gothic, but medieval, and back in those times. And this one looks pretty interesting. This is the Kingdom of Amalur Reckoning. So I want to try this out because I've been, laid back playing some of these games, and I want to know what this game is hitting on. It seems like it's pretty interesting. Saw some of the screenshots on the back, and that's pretty cool. One thing about this though, this is one of the time in the PS3 life where they didn't have like instruction manuals. This one has an instruction manual that is digital. So if I put the game in the PS3, it'll pop up a screen to say, hey, you can do the digital manual if you want any information. Now, I didn't talk about this one to begin with, the Smuggler's Run. Man, I'm so lucky because I got the full and this looks really nice. Really, the full instruction manual to that. So I love when I buy a game and it has all the parts to it. Now, these next two games got a sports titles, and I've been on a quest to like buy, real good quality sports titles. And the 2007 iteration of games were like really good. I think I talked about MLB The Show '07, which is a really good baseball game. If you have a PS2, I highly recommend it. The college baseball game '07 is really good. The live '07 is not so much. Not college hoops, but NCAA March Madness '07, not so much. But I did get College Hoops 2K7, which is really good, and I had to turn back around and get NBA 2K7 with Shaq on the cover. This game is really good. Most people say it's better on the 360 and PS3. I think it came out on PS3, but a lot of people say it's better. But I'm an original Xbox person, so I wanted to get the game on original Xbox, and I'm really going to try this out and just see what it's hitting on. It looks like it's a pretty solid game. 2K has always been done a pretty good job with their games in baseball. I mean, well, baseball they did okay, but in basketball, 2K is known for their basketball. And speaking of that, I got this solely because of the cover. I got this game solely because of the cover. I'm a big Chicago Bulls fan. I'm a big Michael Jordan fan, and I already got this game, but I wanted to get this one. This is NBA 2K11. If you are looking at this, you kind of know what I'm getting at here. This has, you probably can't see it on the camera, but this is a holographic cover. That's why it looks so shiny. The actual game is in here. See, the actual game is in here, but it has the holographic cover. I had to pick this up. It was pretty much a no-brainer when I got this. I got it for a few bucks. I mean, it was under $5, which was insane. But the fact that the Jordan cover, with the holograph on it, and if you see it in person, it looks like Jordan's in 3D. I love the fact that I was able to pick this up. This will probably go up here with the Kobe one, the 2K10 Kobe. Probably never be played again. I don't know the status of the game. Does it work or not? I'm not sure, but I'm definitely going to be into that. Finally, last but not least, I think this is a pretty cool device. Oh, I got this right here. I didn't even know I had this right here. If you have an N64, you're going to be playing games with this thing right here. This is an N64 controller. A lot of people look at this controller and think it's crazy. And I don't have a problem with it. I think it's a pretty neat controller. But I only have one of those. And I was going to buy one just like that, but I decided to get this one instead. This is the Brawler 64 gamepad for the N64. Man, I can't wait to play some games with this. I think this is going to be pretty cool. I'm going to open it right now so you guys can see what it looks like. Man, I know this show is supposed to be about GTA, but you could probably have to change that. Nevertheless, this controller looks really neat and it feels so comfortable. Kind of reminds me of Xbox original Xbox controller, and it has 2 triggers up here. Man, this is it's a pretty neat controller for the N64. It's pretty cool. So I will be playing with this a lot. Oh, and it has where you can put the memory card in, so that's cool. Okay, so the memory card snaps in like that. And we are rocking and rolling. The D-pad is it feels so good. This is cool. So I got this as well. So that's pretty much all my pickups for that. Probably gonna be changing the title in the YouTube title screen. It's not gonna be on the ticker like it is down here, but nevertheless, man, we did a pickup. Let's go ahead and get into this. GTA will co-star a female protagonist. It's gonna be really interesting to see how that is. Personally, I think it's long overdue, and I can't wait to see what it's like. Also, they're gonna be toning down on some of the, culture stuff, which is, we'll talk about that as well. The article comes from Kotaku. Says Grand Theft Auto 6 is one of the most anticipated games ever. Obviously, according to Bloomberg, they will. It says, let me say this again. I think I said that wrong. New report by Bloomberg offers a new detail, including the game that will feature the series' first ever playable woman protagonist. The GTA will star a pair of characters loosely inspired by the infamous robber duo Bonnie and Clyde. The female character will be a Latina, and the game story will take place in a fictional version of Miami, so it'd be like a Vice City type of deal. Now, I will say this. I wouldn't be surprised if it's the girl from GTA 3. That's my guess. If they decide to go backwards with it, and they may not. There may be a whole new type of a situation where they're going to actually have somebody new. But that's the first thing that crossed my mind, that it will be the girl from GTA 3 that was also in Vice City. not in Vice City, but it was also in San Andreas, in the as a cameo appearance, and was calling CJ on the regular in San Andreas, if you know anything about it. But maybe not, maybe so. But that's my first opinion, thoughts about it when I first heard about it. Nevertheless, I think this is long overdue. I think it is going to be pretty cool that this protagonist will be in the game. Me personally, I like playing with female characters for a lot of games. Like say for Dead or Alive, I like fighting with the female characters. Not for the reasons you think they are, but I do like using the female characters in those games, even in Tekken. Another, usually in fighting games, I like using female characters for some odd reason. I don't know why, but that's pretty much it for my reasoning, and I think it's gonna be pretty cool. At the end of the day, this is something that's been needed and something that's long overdue, and I can't wait to see what it's like. Especially you're gonna have an updated version of a Vice City style game from Rockstar. Game is slated to be out no later, well, at the latest 2024, I think. I'm not sure, but they said sometime before March 2024. So that's going to be a while from now. You're talking about almost 18 months, but they can take all the time they need, because when you rush stuff like the definitive edition of the trilogy, you have a disaster. So they need to fix that. Also, Bloomberg reports that in addition to trying to improve working conditions internally, because I heard that was bad, working conditions was always been an issue at Rockstar. The studio is also trying to be more culturally sensitive, especially since American culture has become, as the article puts it, a parody of itself in modern times. Well, that is true, and I don't want to get too far into this, but nowadays people look at, the culture of America in a real cannot be offended type lens. Like everything offends everybody. So with that being said, GTA used to push the boundaries on all type of stuff. I mean, you go back and look at stuff even as far back or as late as GTA 4. You go into some of those missions. Like some of those missions was like really, really out there. And so I get it. Do I, want it to happen? No, I want them to push the limits. I want them to do whatever they want to. That's what made their games great. But I get it. I get it. So, like, for instance, they already started doing this. The next gen port of GTA 5 had some transphobic content quietly removed, so they moved some of that stuff. They also had a mode called Cops and Crooks that was canceled due to the murder of George Floyd, which I really don't want to talk about that, but to me, that's weak. That's really weak. Don't get me wrong. The whole George Floyd situation was horrible, but I mean, it's a video game at the end of the day. But I don't want to get into all that. It's just really, really. But George Floyd did make a real big difference on a lot of things, so I get it. But these are video games. Nevertheless, I think that the way things are going with the culture, you're going to have some type of ways to tone things back, because what GTA did, what Rockstar did with Grand Theft Auto was over the top, funny, somewhat of a shock value type of thing, in your face style game, which made it so popular and successful. I still think that they're going to continue to try to, push the limits a little bit, but they're not going to go too far. Another part of the article says GTA games parodies the American culture dialed up to 11, which have been criticized in the past for their misogynistic treatment of women and offensive jokes that target marginalized communities. A playable female lead is apparently a part of trying to address that. See, this is another thing I'm saying. Is like, and I don't want to get too much. I don't want to go too far into that part of this game or whatever, or gaming in general. But a lot of people are just offended about a lot of stuff. A lot of people just don't know how to take certain things, not all, but certain things in stride and keep it moving. Now, there's some things that are going to cross the line. That's obviously, we know what things that are said that cross the line, and you have every right to be offended. Like you necessarily have a right to be offended about anything, but we know, like, as a majority of people, we know when people are just saying stuff to say stuff. We know this. And I don't want to get too deep into it once again, but we know when something is pulled up and say, oh, this needs to be scaled back because this community is offended. And the people who are usually speaking up for that community really don't care. But that's another story for another day. But I get it. I'm not a fan of it, but it is what it is. Maybe GTA will, or Rockstar will continue to make a really good game. I mean, honestly, this type of stuff didn't make the game what it was in its entirety. Sometimes the gameplay was just really, really that good in most cases. But the shock value does, create a wow factor for the atmosphere or the canon or, just the living world that is the Grand Theft Auto series, from Liberty City to Vice City to San Andreas, everything in between. It was always some type of alternate universe where anything goes, basically. And maybe they'll be able to pull that off at the end of the day. So that's going to be really cool. I don't have anything else to say. That's just my 2 cents on the GTA 6 whole situation. Also, the pickups. I got some pretty neat games that I'm going to try out and play. If you like this commentary, hit the like button, share this commentary, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. This is the VF Cast. I will be pulling up on you guys with some more Kaiko impressions on the new HDMI adapters. Also, I will be doing something with the memory card for the PlayStation 2 that plays games on it, the PS2 MCSIO. I'm going to try that out, and I'm going to give you my thoughts and opinions. I've been playing with it a little bit, but I'm going to give you like my full, opinion about it. And that will be coming up soon as well. So hopefully you guys will stick around. And for the most part, thank you guys. We're moving closer to 120 subs. It's all thanks to you guys. It might not sound like a lot, but to me, it is a big deal. Not only this, but the First and Frame Rates channel is moving right along, and I can't thank you guys enough. All right, y'all. I will see you guys in the next one. Be on the lookout for more content on this channel. And you guys take it easy, and you guys be blessed. Peace.